Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. So yesterday SEBI sent out a circular saying that they're going to change the rules for multi-cap mutual funds, and they're going to make the asset allocation for such mutual funds a lot more stricter. So let's talk about how this will affect investors and why it's fairly unnecessary regulation. Before I get on to it, I just want to remind you again about my second course. It's a new course. This is going to be about the course is called How to Get People to Pay for Your Skills, which means that this course is going to be for anybody looking for a secondary source of income, passive income, active income, small businesses, entrepreneurs, bloggers. I'm going to show how to showcase your skills to the right audience, how to develop trust. This is basically everything that I've learned over the last 8 years running freefincal, and for the last couple of years being active on YouTube. And last time when I announced the course, I had not decided the price. Now I have decided the price. The full price is going to be 5,000 rupees. Please recognize that similar courses like this have got prices like 25,000 more than that. So the early bird discount is 60% off, which means that if you sign up for the early bird discount, you will only pay 2,000 rupees for the course, and I'm going to create a way for you to get back this price immediately. I'll talk about that in the introduction video when the course is fully launched. I'm still creating the course, and I noticed that I made a list of things you should not be buying. There's a lot of affiliate marketing nonsense that's available online. Because they want affiliate commissions, they'll tell people to buy this and buy that. Just a list of things you don't need to buy and where you can minimize your expenses. That sum total of money you will save by not buying those will be 3 times or 4 times more than the full cost of this course. So you can sign up for this course via the Google Forms, and I will be launching the course in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully maybe by late September or early October. That's my plan. I'm still doing the slides for the course. This will be in a Facebook group, exclusive Facebook group, and it will be a series of videos like the lectures on goal-based portfolio management. Unlike that course, this course will be more of an ongoing course where I'll have to add more videos as and when required, because the situation is so dynamic. I looked at how to create a new website, register a domain today, and so on. The choices today in 2020 compared to what the situation was in 2012 are completely different, and it's so amazing. So things are changing fast, and I will show you how to do that, leverage social media, and most importantly, and I'm a big fan of automation, get things done, set things on autopilot and get things done, get social media followers on autopilot, and so on. So I'll talk about that in some detail in the course. More details on that when I launch the course. Now let's get back to this regulation. So in the initial circular dated October 2017, they only said that the multi-cap scheme should be basically an equity fund. It should only be an equity fund. There's no sub buckets of how much should be a large cap, etc. But now they are saying 25% minimum large cap, 25% minimum mid caps, and 25% minimum small caps. So large cap means Nifty 100, mid cap means Nifty 150, and small cap means Nifty the bottom 250 of Nifty 500, and perhaps even lower than that. And there's a lot of chatter on Twitter, social media, saying market will go up, go down, this and that, and so on. Please recognize the AMCs are not going to immediately react on this. They're not going to start selling their large caps or start buying mid caps and small caps immediately. They have until February 2021 to fully comply with this regulation. It's a lot of time. They are going to appeal. Several mutual funds are going to be affected by this. They will be appealing via AMFI to SEBI, and I think SEBI could either extend the time or they could probably even modify the rules. So a lot of change is still possible. Don't sit and speculate, and don't make any changes immediately to your portfolio. Just be calm. The problem now is a fully invested equity fund can only have about 95% maximum of equity. 5% it will have cash for handling inflows, outflows. And any fund with a large AUM, they will basically treat large caps as cash, liquid cash, because they'll become large cap heavy. Then only they can handle that much of a AUM. If you are saying 25%, if you are you're fixing 75% of the AUM in 25% each of these, that means the fund manager has only about 10-15% play in changing the the market cap, and they also have to take cash calls on top of the. If they are doing, they cannot do it. If, for example, if the market is becoming uncertain, for example, since February 2008, there was a lot of uncertainty. Large caps are doing well, mid caps, small caps are doing badly. In such a circumstance, a multi-cap fund manager had the full freedom to become large cap heavy. Now that freedom is taken away unnecessarily by SEBI, and existing multi-cap mutual fund investors will severely suffer because of this, because their mutual funds are going to get more volatile. Definitely it's going to get volatile. Of course, many people will be holding multiple kind of mutual funds. Whether they will be able to actually perceive this volatility in their portfolio or not is quite another matter. Let's not get to that. But as a regulation, it is totally unnecessary. They could have said, okay, you can have 10% of minimum 10% of mid caps and 10% of small caps on 10% of large caps, minimum exposure. Rest you handle as per your freedom. If that freedom is not available, then it is going to become really crazy. Now, in response to this, if this regulation actually comes into play, I think somebody like the S&P or the BSE will introduce, the NSE will introduce a new index, like having 25% of each, and they will make money out of it by asking the AMCs to subscribe to it. See, for example, the Nifty large mid cap 250 index is something like this. It has got 50% of Nifty 100 and 50% of Nifty mid cap 150. So they're going to build an index like this, and they will make money out of it. So somebody is going to gain always from such developments. Now, if you look at the large cap allocation as per the August end 2020 fact sheets, you can see most of the multi-cap funds, are large cap heavy. Somebody in Twitter told me my estimate of I had listed the Parak as having only 39%, I think, large cap. They're 35% of large cap. Somebody told me this is wrong. I'm not sure how this is, because I don't know whether they are, this is 35% of Indian large cap equity. I don't know whether what is the total value if you include the international equity. I have not checked, but anyway, PPFAS, I know some of you or many of you may be invested in PPFAS. I am also invested in PPFAS. I am not going to worry too much about it, because there's nothing you can do worrying about it. I think AMFI will appeal to SEBI, or they will find a way to handle this. We'll see. There will be some changes in funds. We'll see what they are. As and when the changes happen, we will see. The problem is, especially for funds like Kotak Standard Multicap, just got like 29,000 crores of AUM. If you take 25% of that, it will be like 7,400 crores. 7,400 crores of small cap will make this fund alone the third largest fund having small cap weightage. That's just not acceptable. Such a large exposure to small cap is ill-advised, because when there is a big market fall or up movement, the fund manager will have great difficulty in finding opportunities, as they call it, or handling the AUM requirements. This is going to be bad. See, HDFC equity has got 19,000 plus crores. Motilal Multicap 35 has got 11,000. Anything above 10,000 it is going to be a problem. I think some of these mutual funds, if SEBI does not relent, are going to issue a change in fundamental attribute notice, and they are going to become large and mid cap, or they're going to become something else. How that will affect will depend on a case-to-case basis and so on. This is largely unnecessary. I don't think it is going to be of any real benefit. New investors will get used to it, but if you ask me if there is a benefit, I don't know. It's just going to cause a lot of confusion, and SEBI has just made See, that much money isn't there, and if they are going to change the attribute of the scheme just for this regulation, I think SEBI has done more harm than good, because they want some true. What did they say? They said something like, their statement says, I forgot. In order to diversify the underlying investments and be true to label. Come on, it's not as if all other categories are very true to label, clearly well defined, and only this is just nonsense. Anyway, that's how it is. Bye bye.